Welcome to today's eESI podcast. Our subject, employment rights and responsibilities. And our special guest is Sheila Price. Welcome to this podcast, Sheila. You recently hosted an eESI seminar on employment rights and responsibilities. Can you summarize for our listeners the most important points employers need to understand in order to avoid potential fines and lawsuits and remain compliant with federal mandates?
Do not discriminate against protected classes. Protect employees from retaliation and harassment. Your employees have a right to be accommodated, and ensure that you are paying your employees fairly.
Do not discriminate against protected classes. What are the protected classes?
Those include race, color, religion, sex, national origin, 40 and over, disability, genetic information, and retaliation.
Talk to us about retaliation. What is retaliation and how common is that?
Retaliation is actually the number one complaint that the EEOC investigates, and the number two complaint is harassment.
Are retaliation or harassment fines significant?
Yes, they are. In fact, in a recent retaliation claim settlement, it was in the excess of $80 million. There was also another discrimination settlement in the amount of $1.2 million.
Where would a company want to be aware that discrimination may occur?
Discrimination can be most commonly found when you're posting jobs, hiring, or firing employees.
And if you aren't sure about this, if a company wants to know more, where can they go to find out more?
You can always give us a call at eESI, or you can visit EEOC, the Texas Workforce Commission, or the Department of Labor's websites.
Talk to us about protecting employees from retaliation.
Your best course of action for protecting employees from retaliation and harassment is by doing annual training that eESI can provide for you at no cost.
Let's talk about the right to be accommodated. Are there some guidelines that companies can follow, and where is that most commonly found, the violations?
The most commonly found violations are pregnancy, disability, religion, and dress or grooming policies. The employee has a right to an accommodation as long as there is no undue hardship on the company.
What would be considered an undue hardship?
Sure. So one example could be someone with a disability is requesting a large piece of equipment, or you have another employee who is accommodating a shift change. However, there is no one to cover those shifts. Those could be examples of undue hardship.
Let's talk about the right to be paid a fair wage. What are some of the criteria for making sure that employees are paid properly?
Most importantly, if an employee is working and they are on the clock, they must be paid. Ensure that your employees are being paid at least the minimum wage, which is $7.25 in the state of Texas. Also ensure that anybody who works 40 hours or over is paid overtime at a wage of time and a half. And ensure that your employees are classified correctly, whether it's exempt or non-exempt.
What are the exemption requirements?
The FLSA provides guidelines and an employment test. The current salary for an exempt employee is $455 per week.
And salary is one part of deciding whether an employee meets the FLSA exempt or non-exempt overtime requirement. Where can someone go to get more information to make sure that they're paying their employees properly for overtime?
ESI actually has a free guide that we can give you and provide guidance on.
If you're looking to make sure that you're in compliance when it comes to paying your employees a fair wage, because the fines and the penalties here are very significant, you can simply write to us or call us. Call us at 888-465-1171. That's 888-465-1171. Or send us an email at hr@eesipeo.com. That's hr@eesipeo.com. And ask for the free guide on FLSA compliance. Sheila, thank you for your help and your insights on this area. Thank you for listening. Part of our goal at eESI to help you simplify business.